Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the SmackDown review for the 26th of November 2021. Greensboro Coliseum is hosting the SmackDown. Sad that on Thanksgiving weekend is reduced to this horrible program. Roman Reigns segment opens the show, but not before Michael Cole and Pat McCaffrey discuss the Black Friday Battle Royal. Roman Reigns segment, Kayla Braxton is in the ring and she begins to discuss rumors of Brock Lesnar's suspension ending. Reigns' music interrupts and Heyman comes out. They recapped Reigns defeating Big E at the Survivor Series that absolutely no one cared about. Heyman takes the mic and mocks Braxton for discussing rumors. He said they don't talk about rumors. On the island of relevancy, Heyman then mocks Braxton, claims that she's talking about rumors to make a name for herself as a journalist. Heyman then told her to dig deeper for sources and demanded she leave the ring. Fans break into a chant of "We want Brock," although it doesn't last very long. Reigns then said the only losers believe in rumors. Reigns calls everyone there a loser and says that Lesnar is the number one loser. He said that he even went on uh, to go around the world and smashed him. Reigns then mocks Big E and notes that he smashed him too. Reigns then said it doesn't matter who wins the Battle Royal, he's going to beat them even if there are three winners. Reigns adds that when his time in the WWE comes to an end, he will be seen that the fans will acknowledge him. And then we go to Drew McIntyre and Jeff Hardy. What a horrible duo. Defeating Happy Corbin and Madcap Moss 826. This went way too long and really had no long term value. Um, Recap Jeff Hardy defeating Happy Corbin last week. Corbin is briefly in control. Hardy takes over. Hardy hits a leg drop and a basement drop kick on Corbin, catches Corbin with a clothesline off the apron. Moss jumps to him from behind and sends Hardy over the barricade, get control. They go to a break, they come back. Corbin's in control and knocks McIntyre off the apron. Heels isolate Hardy, and then we're supposed to care. Hardy and Moss nail each other with double clotheslines. McIntyre gets the hot tag, goes nuts, and then throws Corbin across the ring with a belly to belly suplex. Probably the best thing Corbin's ever done in a while. Anyway, McIntyre sets up the Claymore kick, but Moss comes in with a distraction. Corbin then hits deep six for a close near fall. Corbin then hits Hardy on the floor. McIntyre jumps Corbin from behind. Moss then attacks McIntyre from behind. McIntyre recovers and hits a Claymore kick, then tags in Hardy, who hits a Swanton bomb for the win. In the back, Aaliyah is talking to Kayla Braxton. Paul Heyman approaches and wondered if she got any confirmation about Brock Lesnar rumors. And Heyman implies that she'd find out she didn't get confirmation by the end of the night. Cesaro defeats Ridge Holland with Sheamus. Glad to see Cesaro on the winning end. Ridge Holland, I don't think, is ready for this. Match is short. Holland dominates Cesaro for the majority of the match, which I think is unfortunate. The match for Cesaro comes out of nowhere. But in WWE lore, we have to push the guy who's been there longer because we kill off any new talent. Holland comes to the ring with Sheamus to Sheamus's music, and Sheamus joins Cole and McCaffrey on the commentary table. At the commentary table, Cesaro has an early advantage, hits uppercuts in the corner. Cesaro is in control, but Sheamus yells at him. Holland then takes advantage and nails Cesaro with a headbutt, then throws Cesaro across the ring with suplex. Holland then shows and slows the pace down with a chinlock. Cesaro then briefly fights back, but Holland catches him with a slam. Holland then continues to dominate Cesaro and stomp him. Cesaro rolls up Holland for the win, and then in the back, Drew McIntyre approaches Adam Pearce and Sonya Deville in their office and wanted to make sure that he's in the Black Friday Battle Royal. Pearce and Deville noticed that they hadn't finished the list, but they'd consider him. Anyway, Thanksgiving leftovers throw down Angel with Humberto, defeat Rick Boogs with Shinsuke Nakamura. Why even have them get ready for 3 minutes? Basically doesn't get any time to do anything. Angel nails Boogs with a dropkick and at the bell. They brawl around ringside because that's all that guys know how to do these days. Angel then slows the pace down. Boogs breaks free. Boogs then gives Angel a gut wrench suplex for a near fall, and then he applies the abdominal stretch. But Humberto starts playing the guitar. Boogs then is distracted, releasing the hold, starts yelling at Humberto, and Nakamura runs over, slams Humberto through a table at ringside. Boogs is distracted, which allows Angel to hit super kick and get the win. They recap Becky Lynch defeating Charlotte. Charlotte walks to the ring for the next segment. They cut to commercial break. They come back from the break and they go backstage. Caleb Braxton approaches Adam Pearce and asked about participants in tonight's Battle Royal. He said he would post a list once he gets it approved. Braxton then asked about Brock Lesnar's suspension. They recap Lesnar attacking officials and referees. Pearce told her that the medical bills and therapy sessions, he doubts that Lesnar's suspension will end. Charlotte Flair comes out. There's a decent enough segment. Flair hits Storm with 2 pies. Storm didn't fight back and just stood there. Anyway, Michael Cole then interviews Flair in the ring. Cole notes Flair must feel disappointed that she lost to Becky Lynch. Flair is more upset with the referee. Flair downplayed the victory last Sunday. Wonder if there's an angle still continuing here. Probably so, one would think. Anyway, Toni Storm's music hits, and she interrupts Flair. Storm assumed Flair was calling her out. Storm then got in Flair's face and challenged her to a match. Flair mocks Storm, and they brawl. Flair then rolls out of the ring near a table with the Thanksgiving leftovers from the previous match. Flair grabs a pie and hits Storm in the face. Storm then just stands there with a pie on her face. Flair then grabs a second pie and hits Storm again. Storm doesn't do anything and looked like she wants to cry. They recap Sasha Banks' teammates turning on her at Survivor Series. Earlier today, Sasha Banks approached Sonya Deville about this. Banks blamed Deville for picking the Survivor Series team and not letting her choose her own partners. Banks believes Naomi should have been on the team, but Deville wouldn't let her be. Deville denies having a problem with Naomi. Deville then announced Banks and Naomi versus Natalya and Shayna. What a sad thing for Shayna Baszler, who's back to basically throwaway matches that involve Natalya. They air a second Xia Li comic book style video. It revolves around a bully picking on her older brother until Lee defeats him. Anyway, so Sasha Banks and Naomi defeat Natalya and Shayna Baszler. 10 minutes, 12 seconds. Why this is the longest match of the show so far, no one really knows. Sonya Deville joins the commentary team. Deville denies having any issues. Heels take the early advantage, and Baszler backs Naomi into the corner. Naomi fights back, catches Natalya with a dropkick to the floor. Natalya takes over with a slam to the floor. Baszler then rocks Naomi with a hard kick, and then Baszler manages to attack Naomi from behind with Banks and hits a backbreaker on Baszler. Back from the break, Naomi attempts to tag, but Baszler knocks Banks off the apron, and Baszler then takes over and slows the pace down. Naomi then tries to fight back, but the heels regain control. Naomi then fires back with a springboard split leg double stunner on Baszler and Natalya. Naomi goes for the tag. Baszler pulls Banks off the apron. Baszler then beats Banks up, and Banks fights back and hits a Meteora. Natalya then manages to come in off the tag and regains control. Hits a discus lariat for near fall. Naomi ends up on the apron and hangs Natalya over the top rope. Hits a sunset flip, and Natalya on Natalya for the win. Post-match, Naomi gets in Deville's face. Deville keeps clapping. Wrestlers look at the list of entrants in the Black Friday Battle Royal. Drew McIntyre walks up to Sheamus. and Sheamus stops him. Sheamus claims that McIntyre's name isn't on the list. He laughs and walks off. Cole and McCaffrey wondered if Sheamus was telling the truth. McIntyre wasn't included in the graphic for the Battle Royal entrance. After the break, Cole and McCaffrey confirmed that McIntyre is not in the Battle Royal. Anyway, Edge returns to Raw on Monday, and the Battle Royal is the close of the show. Anyhow, Sami Zayn wins the Battle Royal. 14:23 participants: Sami Zayn, Viking Raiders, Ricochet, Drew Gulak, Mansoor, Mace, Angel, Humberto, Jinder Mahal, Shanky, Jeff Hardy, Rick Boogs, Cesaro, Happy Corbin, Ridge Holland, Madcap Moss, and Sheamus. Typical Battle Royal, nothing really big happens. Towards the end, it gets a little bit better, and there's basic stuff. Fans obviously wanted Hardy to win, but in the end, they didn't get what they wanted, because we have to send people home upset on a holiday weekend. Match is about to start when Drew McIntyre's music hits. He marches to the ring, and he has his sword. McIntyre clears the ring, and some of the entrants actually run into the crowd. Adam Pearce runs out and tries to get McIntyre to leave the ring, but McIntyre refuses to leave. He then demands Pearce enter him in the Battle Royal. Battle Royal starts after the break, and McIntyre has left the ring, and Michael Cole notes this. They show Roman Reigns, the Usos, and Paul Heyman watching in the back. Cesaro tosses Gulak over the rope, but Gulak lands on the apron. Zayn then rocks Gulak with a kick for the first elimination of the match. Mansoor gets eliminated, trying to skin the cat, but Sheamus and Holland work together to knock him out of the way. Moss throws out Mace, and then Shanky for the next elimination. Cesaro tries to eliminate Moss, but Cesaro takes advantage, throws out Holland instead. Moss sneaks up behind him and gets rid of Cesaro for his trouble. Moss then tries to throw out Corbin, but stops. Corbin and Moss laugh, but Corbin throws him out anyway, and Corbin laughs some more. Back from the commercial break, Kayla Braxton is ringside. Cole notes that she's waiting to interview the winner. Ivar and Corbin try to eliminate Ricochet, but then he holds onto the ropes. Sheamus kicks Zayn on the apron, but Zayn rolls back in. Angel takes advantage, tosses out Boogs. Los Lotharios attack the Viking Raiders, but the Raiders tossed Angel and Humberto out. The Raiders then knocked Zayn out of the ring, but he rolls back under the bottom rope. Basically, Zayn being a sneaky weasel is the story of the match. Angel takes advantage, tossed out Boogs. Los Lotharios attack the Viking Raiders. Again, Sheamus then quickly eliminates both Viking Raiders. Final five are Ricochet, Sheamus, Corbin, Hardy, and Zayn. Ricochet briefly goes nuts, but Corbin cuts him off. Ricochet fights back, but Corbin hits the chokeslam backbreaker. Ricochet recovers and nails Corbin with a missile dropkick. Sheamus then comes back to his feet and rocks Ricochet with the Brogue Kick. Sheamus then dumps Ricochet out. Comes down to Sheamus, Corbin, and Hardy in the ring. Zayn is on the floor and not eliminated, but Cole did not acknowledge this. Hardy then takes over, beats down Corbin and Sheamus. Fans break into a Hardy chant. Hardy then catches Sheamus with a back elbow and a whisper in the wind. Hardy then throws Corbin into the ropes, hits Twist Fate, and then Sheamus and Corbin decide to work together to eliminate Hardy. Corbin turns on Sheamus, tosses him out of the ring. Corbin celebrates, but Hardy throws Corbin out. Hardy celebrates, and Zayn comes back in and eliminates Hardy to win the Battle Royal. Usos are happy that Zayn is your winner after the match. Kayla goes to interview Zayn, but receives breaking news. She announces that Brock Lesnar's suspension is over, and he'll be at SmackDown next week. Pearce isn't happy to hear this. SmackDown ends with an upset Reigns, Heyman, and Usos hearing the news that Lesnar returns. Lesnar returning is good for business, but this is a flat show. Anyway, we'll be back with more right after this.